just want to share my experience with this whole lockdown here in Greece and what's been happening around the world. People have been affected in different ways, and I have family members in America, like I have mentioned. I have friends in the UK as well, and I know people from different parts of the world that I keep in touch with, and friends who live as well in South America, and have family members still back in Venezuela as well, and how everywhere is being affected in different ways or in different levels. Yet it's still the same issue. People are being on lockdown, still for looking to ways to get over this social distancing and isolation, really, and how the media is very good to promote the whole sit down, just chill out, watch Netflix all day, just spend some time with your kids and all of this, which is all well and done, but I try to approach it from a different perspective, and I try to be a little bit more hands-on. And if you've been following me, you know that I moved right in the middle of the whole pandemic. We travel almost 2 hours away from where my previous house was, and we just moved to this place. We've been here for 3 weeks now. We barely made it, and we have set up home already. I have my studio ready. I've been working a lot since then. It wasn't easy. We really did have to do a lot of work when it came down to moving, obviously, and setting up the house as well for not only my studio but for the kids, their rooms and their stuff. It's really a handful when you think about it, especially when there's a pandemic. But seeing all of the messages in the media about stay at home, just chill out, just take it easy, I don't agree with that. I've been battling with my 9-year-old daughter to do her homework. There is some kind of like distant learning thing going on with the school. I've been working even more. I've been doing daily YouTube videos. I've been doing more music. I've been downloading more sample libraries. I'm downloading another one today. You probably have this library anyways from Spitfire, and it's all free libraries that, because I'm not really an orchestral composer per se, but I've been really getting into a lot of more cinematic composition, especially for crime and tension cues, if you will. And I realized that I needed a little bit more of to spice up a little bit more my sounds, if you will, and get some more samples. So I mean, I don't want to really I don't know where I'm going to invest on buying some sample libraries. There's so many out there. But as soon as I realized that there were some freebies out there, so I can actually just test them or just have a go, if you will. And it's amazing what you can do with just free samples, and probably you already have them anyways. And I'm a little bit late into the game because I focus more on guitar playing and very organic kind of compositions, if you will. So it's just me, the guitar, and some drum samples, and that's it. Maybe some strings in the background, but not like full-on blown orchestral sounds. So I've been experimenting with that as well. I've been working out a lot as well lately in this lockdown. And I've been coaching a lot of my students. A lot of my students have been taking my courses. And it's quite clear that they do have the time now to really invest in themselves and really learn. And I'm really happy with that because I'm doing the same thing myself. And I have always worked from home, so I still have the time to dedicate to all of that, but I actually put more things on my plate as well, not only by coaching my students and taking care of whatever they might need, and any kind of support that they might need, but at the same time, doing more YouTube videos. It have just exploded my creativity with in combination of writing music. And it's like what I've been preaching all this time, that the more you do something, the more inspired you will get. The more I play the guitar, the more I want to play it. The more I work out, the more hungry I feel for keeping that momentum. And to build that momentum is what's hard. So downloading new sample libraries, it just really, I never thought that was going to even explode more my creativity and the possibilities of compositions, and really something that started like an idea of recording or writing just crime themes or tension cues, and that with that framework will develop, and it will be like a snowball effect of looking for free samples and looking for other ways to write music, and it's just one thing after the other, and I go with that train of thought and inspiration, if you will. and I just jump in it and go with it, and I just commit myself to doing something every day, because I know that success is not just this gigantic thing one day. It's just very little activities, but doing it on a daily basis and very consistent. So I have my schedule, and I really stick to it. Okay, and I really can't just skip a day. You know, I could probably just take a day off and say to them, I'm just gonna watch a film, daytime film, which I don't do. I really leave that for the evening. So there's a time for that, even though we're all here on lockdown, with my family in this new home, this new environment, which has been a little bit of a blessing, because we've only been here for 3 weeks. So it's still a new place for us. We have set up our new home here, and it's still fresh for us, if you will, where we haven't really experienced that cabin fever kind of thing. But still, it's really hard. As a family, we need to go out, and we are allowed to go out in the afternoons. We just need to do and send a text. They have a system here in Greece with the government that you're allowed to go for a walk with your family, or to the supermarket. And I think things are getting back to normal slowly. I hope that this week is Easter week here in Greece. It's Orthodox Easter. And it's going to be a different Easter here for sure, because of people being in isolation and the whole social distancing. But I, for one, I just really, I did like some kind of like a reverse, okay, of what is expected of me, or what society is expecting from us, really, which is just take it easy and chill out, stay at home, and just watch endless movies. I mean, I have the cable company here. They just send us like 3 or 4 different channels for free. I was telling my wife, I'm going through the channels. I'm like, we're not paying for this package of having all of these movies. We already have Netflix, and they're sending us all these free movie channels because for a month. Because of this whole coronavirus and because of the lockdown, so we can actually see how good or bad these channels that they have playing with films, so we can enjoy it, because they know that people are on lockdown, so you can actually see it. And then at the end of the month, you feel like, oh hey, I want to upgrade my package, so let's just go and include that movie channels to our whole cable package. So I mean, we enjoy it. We see the free movies, but it's not like it's, oh my god, amazing. I mean, with Netflix you have more than enough when it comes down to entertainment. But it just shows you that, well, you know, cable companies, they need to do money, so that's a way of like, okay, I'm giving you something for free so you can check it out, and then hopefully at the end of the month you can upgrade your plan, which I'm not, okay? But that's what they expect. They expect you to be all day just on online, messing around, not learning anything, not really taking advantage of this time of actually you can invest in yourself and do something different. And it's very easy to just follow the crowd, you know, and I refuse to do that. I'm actually part of a mastermind group, if you will, of people who refuse to do this. And me and my wife were doing the same thing. Now is the time to actually go a little bit faster. Now is the time to do more. Now is the time to really learn and invest on ourselves. So we're both doing things with a little bit of more urgency, because we know that people at this moment in time, they're actually chilling out and taking it easy and waiting for the government or waiting for the media to tell them like everything is back to normal. So to me, this is the new normal, and when things go back to normal, I'm actually going to be a little bit ahead of myself and ahead of the crowd, if you will. And hopefully you can join me on this journey and see that whatever you're doing, whatever you are in your journey, you can invest in yourself today, right now, by doing something every single day, whatever that is. I have given you examples of what I'm doing, and it's pretty much not do something radical or something radically different, but just whatever you're doing, just focus on it even more. So for me, it's playing more the guitar, learning some new chords, for example. When it comes down to writing, download some sample libraries and some orchestral sounds that it really will inspire me to go and write more music in this new genre that I try to focus nowadays, which is the tension cues and the whole crime TV drama thing. And I try to look for inspiration there, and it's unbelievable how much the more you nurture that, the more that inspiration grows. And I can tap into that very easily. You know, and there is a time to chill out. There is a time to disconnect. Okay, and there is a time to take a holiday or take a week off or 2 weeks off from your studio, from whatever you're doing. But hey, we've been on lockdown. We've been bombarded with news of how many deaths and how many where the curve is going away, or if the numbers and here and there, and it's just crazy, you know. So I try to reverse that by actually doing more of what I want to do and what can I control, which is my work, my art, and me helping others and actually spread the word and really connect with you in different ways and with people around the world, really. You know, that we are on the same, well, we're all going through the same thing. We're all in this funny situation, and you might be experiencing a little bit different depending on where you live and how bad is it over there. But you know, essentially, we're just going all through the same thing in terms of lockdown. So I wake up in a very positive state of mind, and like I said, I try to work out a little bit more. In this new home has given me, or in my family, a little bit more of a new beginning. Ironically, we are in this place, but we cannot go out, and but we still feel blessed, you know. And we know that it could have been a lot worse. And you know, I have my studio set up, and just with the new sample libraries, that just changed my whole perspective on writing music. It's like being a painter and just buying some new canvas and some new colors, you know. So it's just simple as that. It's just so simple, yet so overlooked, you know. So I want to look back in the future and say, I remember that this time when we were on lockdown and all of these things were happening, that's exactly when I actually put even more of myself into my work. That's when I actually immerse myself in learning something new, because what I'm doing is completely new to me and out of my comfort zone. And I want to push the envelope of that. The same with the YouTube videos. I used to do videos once a week. And I said, I want to do once every day, because I know that that keeps me in check and keeps me as well inspired to communicate more and inspired to give more. And it keeps me almost like accountable. Even though I'm sharing this with you, I'm really doing it as a therapeutical thing for myself. And I'm not being selfish or anything, but that's the truth of it, you know. And really, it does help me a lot psychologically. And I mentioned it before. If you haven't done it, you know, and I know that not everybody video is not a medium for everybody, but if you haven't done it, I highly recommend that you can start your own YouTube channel and do it your own way. You know, you don't have to follow me or follow somebody else. But anyways, I just felt a little bit that I wanted to share a different video today. I've been doing a lot of tutorials. I've been examining or checking different stuff out when it comes down to writing music, and how can I increase my productivity, and how can I really keep the momentum going, and without forcing it. I'm not forcing in this process. I'm not, you know, like doing something that is uncomfortable. But what I'm doing is that I'm just really being accountable to myself. And how can I keep myself accountable? How can I be stay in check? How can I actually stay here and work the hours that I need to work and accomplish the things that I need to accomplish on a daily basis, and move the needle a little bit every day, just a little bit on the right direction, so I can keep the momentum. And you know, it's a snowball effect. That's the only way that I can explain it, and I'm trying to pass that message to my daughter, that just because they're not going to school, that doesn't mean that they're just going to chill out all day and, you know, watching TV. And it's really hard to try to show them, or it's really hard for us that we're adults. Imagine for a kid. But you know, we are in that age. We have already mature enough to know what's right and what's wrong, and we push ourselves a little bit to do the right thing for us, because we know that we're gonna feel better at the end of the day. So tonight, like every day, I just go and put the kids to bed, and I can chill out with my wife and watch some series just like you do, you know, or any movies. But there's a time for that. And we still wake up early every morning as well. And when you have kids, you have no choice really. But it's not like every day is Sunday. I mean, we are a little bit spaced out when it comes down to the days, if it's Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, because every day is the same and we're on lockdown. but we still wake up early and we still do what we need to do, and we still have our routine, if you will. And you know, that's my experience really when it comes down to this lockdown, and try to find beauty within it, that it is possible to create something really, really positive, and become somebody else in this whole process, and actually look at it and say, in the future you can say thank you for giving me this lockdown, because I became this person that I am today. So when everything goes back to normal, whatever that is, you have already upgraded yourself, if you will, or you have just gone to a different level of awareness. Anyways, I hope this video finds you well. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you are in the world. Hopefully this lockdown is not affecting you psychologically that much. And if it is, hopefully this video is going to help you alleviate a little bit of that. And as always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.